Basically, I like horror movies. Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. So I tried to make a movie about it.
I was only in the final thrill for like 2 days or something like that because I knew that movie was going nowhere. It didn't even get finished.
I don't like Jason, which is why he's not in the movie. Although, but there is actually no movie. I still don't like Jason.
I never really got the concept behind that movie. Well, I mean, I did. I mean, you know, it was supposed to be Chris, horror movies, but it gets to a point where, you know, I'm getting killed by Michael Myers, and then I remember being in Trevor's basement. I thought I was getting killed by Freddy Krueger, and you know, Michael Myers is playing in snow, and I think there's we only filmed a total of what, maybe 15 minutes on that whole movie.
I played Freddy Krueger even though you couldn't tell, but it was me underneath the mask. And I played a character that got hit by Michael Myers, and I don't know what the point of that was.
It never got done. Because I really didn't want to do it anymore. I mean, it just started not making any sense. You know, I don't like TJ. TJ's always doing something crazy. I didn't like the snow. It was not on the call sheet. And it just showed up.
I mean, I guess Chris has got something, but I mean, I was in it for like 3 minutes. I just got killed by Freddy Krueger. I think Michael Myers was dressed like a girl. I don't even, you know what, I don't even remember making.
The final thrill seemed that it would be indeed just that, because it was a complete flop, and Cris-P was hurting. Cris-P desperately tried to put out new projects such as 3PO and Korn. Then something horrible happened. Hack and Chris split up, leaving only one man left in Cris-P Productions, Chris Jones himself.
No. I'm tired of all this crap that you've been pulling on me. Hey, how you were doing anyway? I've been talking to my new best friend, Jack Daniels. What's that, Jack? What is it? He's been telling me to fire you. You're out of the band. Yeah, get out of here. You're out of the band. Get. You can't fire me. I quit. That deserves you right. You should have died. Get out of here. You've been pulling on me. Get out of here. I gotta go home with my girlfriend. You're a girlfriend in my bed. Because
After the show was canceled, Hack fell into an alcoholic depression.
It seemed that Cris-P Productions was dead. Chris looked to the only man he thought could save it. Former media teacher Scott Spears.
Well, it's my first film as a director, and so it's been mostly just a learning process, learning the language of communicating to people about what I would like to see.
King of Irontown is one of those things where you actually do a real movie.
I'm playing a character by the name of Tyler Wells, small town boy, sports hero from the town of Ironton, Ohio, hence the King of Irontown.
You know, it was all done on film. Problem was that I'm too crazy for things like that.
It's really learning to translate what you see in your head to somebody else and try to achieve that, and giving them room to bring their artistic impulses too and their instincts, and try to find a way to collaborate so that what you see in your head can match what instincts and inspirations they have, and you can come up with something that is a team effort.
Too crazy. Therefore, it was a good movie, but I needed something different.
He's about 30 years old, a few years removed from his glory days as an athlete, and he's struggling with life, wondering what he could have been, and hence that leads into the movie that we're doing.
I needed to do a comedy, but I didn't know what, because everyone else left and it was just me. So I went back to Adam and Noah.
With new visions in his head and help from cast and crew of King of Irontown, Chris was thinking of new ideas, but he couldn't do it alone. While Chris was working on King of Irontown, Adam and Noah were working on a new Trevor movie.
The first Trevor movie, me and Noah, we thought of the idea because, we'd missed Trevor, and we brought Chris into it. Me and Noah and Chris became the driving force behind the first Trevor movie. Well, the next summer came, and we tried to make a Trevor movie, and it never happened. So here comes another summer. And this is when Chris is in what I like to call his dark period.
It was one of the funnest to film, but it was worthless too because there was a lot of nudity, and I don't know why we did that. Do you know why, Adam?
So we went ahead and we made the second Trevor movie. And despite it being pretty good, I can't watch it anymore, it's so horrible. But it's a good movie. You should watch it. It was missing something. And that something was Chris Jones. We wish he would have been in it. But he was in his dark period. So we went on. It's a classic piece of film. Just was missing Chris.
We had a lot of difficulties on set. You wouldn't notice that because it was behind the scenes type stuff, but we got in a lot of fights, right? And I love donuts every day, and you throw them in my face. I didn't like it though.
Chris, Adam, and Noah met up again one day in November to discuss plans of a reunion. The plans was to produce another movie, but they needed a fresh slate.
35! Lord of the Rings was pretty successful. I got to be a wizard who drank alcohol all the time.
It took the longest out of any of them to film. It was cold. I was wet.
Lord of the Rings. Well, me and Noah and Chris were actually doing some volunteer work for the Portsmouth Little Theater. We thought, what if we made a Lord of the Rings movie? And we were like, what if we made it about penis rings?
But the main problem with that movie, it was so cold and it took a long, long time. A really long time.
So we went ahead and we made this movie. And to tell you the truth, we never finished it. One day we were just in the middle of it and we were like, let's just make an ending. But overall, when you look at it, it's really funny. We got Kyle Smith and Devin, and Josh Pinson's a walrus monster who gets killed 10 times.
And 35 Productions was born. Me, Adam, and Noah.
Cris-P Productions turned into 35 Productions, becoming the most powerful production company in Scioto County history. Many think it will stay that way for years to come. Haunted, destruction of the highest caliber, and the unstoppable force of excellence. Movies were all brought into the spotlight by 35 Productions, and was becoming stronger by the day.